first round of the NBA playoffs continues as we gear up for game number 4 out east from Scotiabank Arena in downtown Toronto. Tonight, the Toronto Raptors taking on the Boston Celtics. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Raptors coming into play. They lead this series 2-1 with a chance to get a step closer to moving on at home in Game 4.
And this has been a back-and-forth seesaw kind of series. It's had a little bit of everything now. But I think Game 4 is where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is where the intensity really starts to pick up, and I think we'll see that tonight.
Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Into the front court, it's Walker. We're just underway in game number 4. Hayward. Offensive rebound. The shot almost. And draws the foul.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Pascal Siakam at the line for 2 shots. His career mark right now sits at 63% and hits the first free throw. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Celtics have it. Walker to Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. Lowry into the front court. Up by 3. From long range. Won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Walker. Beyond the arc for 3. Message received. Well defended. The follow won't go either. To Walker. Hayward. To Cantor. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
Runner's good there.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Here comes the screen. Deep right corner. Hayward. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Marc Gasol, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Strong finish. That's what you need regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Hayward. To Cantor. And his Cantor above the rim.
And easy to get back on defense.
The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lowry, well done. Kyle Lowry. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
To Hayward. Turns and slams it down. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka. From the painted area, won't go down. Boston with the basketball. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Fires the three. VanVleet denied. Have to like the defense. And scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Goes to the right side. Fires the three. Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Rejected.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Randolph. It goes down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Probing the defense. Lowry. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Has a chance. Doesn't get the bounce. Deep three at the buzzer. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
Hayward. Oh. To Ibaka. To Powell. Going to launch beyond the arc. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good. Celtics have it. Serge Ibaka. Tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Marc Gasol able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Here comes the screen. Wide open look, won't go.
He sent that one to the third row. Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Celtics have it. Walker. To Hayward. 4-3. Off the mark. No good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Trevor Booker at the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The one-round NBA playoffs 2020 games and highlights coming up next.
And he can't convert the free throw. To Van Vliet. Lets it fly from long range. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website for more details.
Game 6 Los Angeles Lakers 5-5 Portland Trail Blazers 3-6 final.
Substitution being made in this one. And score. Strong take.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lowry with it. 2-point advantage. For three.
Game 6 Minnesota Timberwolves 2-9 Los Angeles Clippers 3-4
And I don't know
final.
why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Lowry to Van Vliet. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's a big finish.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Marc Gasol. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Hayward. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Marc Gasol snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. Surveys the floor. Shot clock winding down. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 4 out of 7.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Gordon Hayward trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. Whoops, that won't go. And counted at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Hayward. Marc Gasol rejects it. That's his
Game
third
6
block this
Milwaukee
evening.
Bucks 4-4
Blocking so
Detroit
many
Pistons
shots only
3-6
gives your
final.
perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
We've reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Raptors are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics are still very much in this matchup. And while they may be down, it's not for a lack of effort. They deserve some respect for how well they've generated scoring with their offensive rebounding.
Game 7 Orlando Magic 6-1 Brooklyn Nets
Have a look
5-1
at the leading
final.
scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The chemistry for each squad has been great today, and that explains the high assist total. Coming out of halftime, I'm interested to see what kind of defensive adjustments are made to limit the easy scoring opportunities.
Player of the half.
Lowry has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. These are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Gasol with a piece. Fourth this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Finish that. Got it.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7. Because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Court Hayward, that's how it's done. Now 3 for 9.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Lowry lets it fly from beyond the arc, off the iron. No good. Brown with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. Textbook body control on the Euro step.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished 3rd in the voting for 6th man of the year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Here comes the screen. Hayward. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Fred VanVleet locked in on that one.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Marc Gasol sends it away. Ooh, 5 now. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Lowry. Kyle Lowry is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 80% at the line. First one, count it. Second and 3, off the mark. Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys trail by 10. Hayward to Cantor. The drive, right to the basket. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lowry, it's no good. Shots not going down. From the painted area, won't go down. To Stanley Johnson from long range. Tough shot there for Stanley Johnson. No good. Brown into the front court. His club's staring up, and it stuffs it down with authority.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Powell. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot for Norman Powell. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Jason Tatum, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect in the line so far. First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Toronto has the basketball. Brown with it up top. 5-point game. And he's going to the free throw line.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Fred VanVleet to Lowry. Fires the three. And the rebound corralled by Randolph. No good. Defense catching a break there. To VanVleet. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Wide open look, won't go. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. He misses. Trying to cash in. Deep two there. Won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
3 quarters down, the Raptors have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth, and they'll be looking to finish strong.
And when you play stingy defense on one end, the other end takes care of itself.
Lin to Ibaka. 4-3. You've got to body up to Serge Ibaka. He can hit shots like that.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
To Kemba Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low-post presence.
And Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for 3.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down to help. Quick skip passes equal 3s in the bank.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Walker with the basketball. His guys down 3. To Cantor. Shot from the lane, won't go. Lets it fly from long range. Ibaka bothered just enough on that one. Baseline drive. Shot from in close, no good. Goes reverse to lay it in.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Walker, great dish to set it up. Hayward, that's off the side of the rim, short. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Ball's controlled by Boston. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Walker. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Short jumper won't go down. Pascal Siakam to Van Vliet for 3. Offensive rebound. Gasol. Here's a chance from long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Five to shoot for Toronto. Lowry. It's Cantor with the board. Hayward. Tatum. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Able to convert on both free throws. Timeout Boston. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Lowry. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
To Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Kyle Lowry has got 2 shots coming, shooting 80% in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Walker into the front court. Down 8. No good.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Oh, he missed a short one there. Has a look. Not that time.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
It's the Raptors with the victory. They've seized control of the 7-game series as they run out to a 3-1 lead. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
The Raptors took this down to the wire before getting the win. And it's surprising. We got such a competitive game when they hit so many threes. But they did what was necessary to finish it off. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Celtics must be devastated after such a close loss. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Marc Gasol, and his defensive impact was undeniable. The way he blocked shots reminded everyone just how great he is with his timing and energy.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.